Hey guys, so today I want to talk about postpartum practices, traditions, what I did after Charlie was born to start feeling healthy again, start feeling energetic again, to get my body back in shape. So Charlie was born in Southeast Asia, and I think I arrived there when I was about 6 months pregnant, and I became very aware that women in Southeast Asia, specifically like Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, they have different practices that they do after a baby is born. Now, these have been passed on from generation to generation. It goes back like, I don't know, over like 1,000 years or something, something like that. And they do it every time after they have a baby and their bodies get back into shape. They have energy right away, and a lot of them are back to their normal weight after about 25 days postpartum. So of course that was all super interesting to me, and I read up like everything that I could about it, and talked to a ton of these women who basically are, they're your helpers after you give birth. And I was obsessed, and I'm gonna tell you more or less what I did, because maybe it'll help you too. So basically, confinement is basically the belief that when you're pregnant, your body takes on all this extra air and water, and after you give birth, you need help your body to get rid of it. Things that work against you are like cooling foods and cooling drinks. So that would be like anything that's, for starters, that's cold. Even drinking a lot of water after you give birth is kind of bloats you instead of helping you get rid of, all the excess water. You sweat a lot after you give birth. So stuff like water or cold drinks, obviously soda, certain kinds of teas don't really help you. So instead, I drank basically only warm liquids after Charlie was born. I really tried my best to, if I was going to have water, to make it warm. Instead of drinking bottles of water, I drank a ton of ginger tea or lemongrass tea. I also bought a special confinement tea that they sell, in Singapore. It's basically like red dates and some different kind of herbs, and I would make a huge pot and literally just drink it and have someone, heat it up for me so that I wasn't drinking too many cold things. Obviously, I would have like the occasional, like I was craving bubbly water like all the time, especially because of these practices I'm going to talk about. I was, you sweat a lot, so I was just, I don't know why, but I really wanted like fizzy water. So, you have to let yourself go at some point. But I drank a ton of warm tea and warm water. Ginger and lemongrass tea was the best. I could tell the difference when I started drinking cold liquids. You really can tell the difference. And also food. Food is super important. Confinement, basically after you give birth, you're on a strict diet of mostly just soup. And the soup has meat and vegetables in it, so it is very filling. But try to, as much as possible, eat warm food. So not so much salad or cucumbers, things like that are really cooling. I'll put a list below of more or less cooling and heating foods. It was a lot to kind of educate myself on in the 3 months, before I had Charlie, but I'm telling you, it made such a huge difference, and I lost so much weight during that time. Also, I had tons of milk, which a lot of moms struggle with, but this diet, honestly, just, I felt energetic. I was almost back to my pre-baby weight after the 25 days that I did. So that was awesome. So basically that's it as far as diet goes. I had a lady come over to my house every day to help me physically, and what she did was basically, for 45 to 50 minutes a day, I sat in a steam tent. This was a special steam tent, but honestly, I would say if you can get to a steam room, or if you have a steamer in your bathroom or whatever, steam makes such a world of a difference. It was like just detoxing my body. You sweat so much. It's not something that everyone talks about, but after you have a baby, you just sweat. And I don't know why. I think your body's just trying to get rid of all these, toxins and stuff like that. But sitting in a steam tent, this one had like special herbs that, go into your pores, and it was really good. Of course, I kept my neck out because I would get claustrophobic, but steam is amazing. Also, they gave me these special body scrubs. I have a couple. This one's it's a rice milk body scrub. But honestly, I would say that any kind of natural or organic scrub that you can get your hands on, or you make your own. Um, my Bidan told me that Bidan is like the lady who basically your postpartum like helper. She said that they body scrub most moms every single day. I have super sensitive skin, so they did me every other day. But it really helped. For some reason, your skin just like takes a beating after you have a baby, especially when you're like detoxifying. It's not a hardcore detoxifying, obviously, because you're nursing. It's just more of like a strict diet. And then you're steaming your body as well, so you're getting rid of all these toxins in like a really healthy, natural way. Using a scrub on your body is super important. I loved these. They were, you probably can't see, but it's just like kind of a small, like a thin grain. And they smell amazing. It reminds me of that time. Oh, that was so nice. But basically, I would spend like 15 minutes, even after my thing was, completed in my 25 days or whatever. I bought a bunch of these and I still like really exfoliate my skin. It's helped so much to bring back that luster, especially on your stomach, ladies. Exfoliate it. That part of your body needs like so much love. I thought I was gonna like hate my postpartum body. I was like, my belly's gonna be all big and stretched out and stuff. But honestly, like it took such a beating, and I really worked hard to not get stretch marks when I was pregnant with Charlie. And after I had her, it's just like this part of your body just took on so much. Like you've got to love it because it housed this little life. It's so important. But these things really help you to kind of bring back that skin. Also the line, it'll just help to kind of get rid of it. So scrubbing once a day, your whole body. I mean, like from here down, I don't really exfoliate my face so much, but if you do, go ahead and do it. I'll put some like links or recipes below for scrubs that I do at home. They also gave me this coffee and herbal scrub, which of course was super energizing and wonderful. They all smell amazing. I love them. So then after you scrub your body, oil massage is so important after you have a baby. There is a heating oil. So basically you want to use oils that will heat up your body. You don't want to get a chill. That's a big thing about confinement. They really believe that after you have a baby, you have all this wind in your body, right? Because your pores open up when you give birth. You take on all this wind. And then your postpartum time, you need to get rid of it. So you only want to put things on your skin that are going to keep it warm. You don't want to get cold. You don't want to get chilled. My lady told me, like, if you can, wear stuff like this. Wear sweaters. Don't get cold. Don't put the aircon on. You can be fresh. Obviously, I didn't want to be, like, sweating all day long. But you don't want to be uncomfortable, cold. So after I scrubbed, I would use, like, black sesame seed oil. That's also a heating oil. And I would just spend, like, take your time. If you have 15 minutes or 20 minutes, like, really massage your body. Like, just take care of it because the more you exfoliate that skin and warm up your body, the more weight you're going to lose. Honestly, it worked. I was so skeptical, but it worked like a charm, and I'm really thankful that I did it. Even now, it's been 6 months, and I still try my best to do it. Also, ginger cream or ginger oil, those are also heating things, which are fabulous for your skin. Third thing I did, this is something that I swear by. It's something that I learned, first I ever heard of it was, of course, when Jessica Alba had her, kids, and she said that she used a double corset basically right after she had the baby for 3 months, and that really helped her to kind of, get everything back into place. Obviously, this is something that I was thinking about before I even had Charlie. I was already thinking, like, how I was going to get my body back in shape because, obviously, I'm an island girl. I love being at the beach. I love being comfortable in my clothes. I love being in a bikini, stuff like that. So this was a big one for me. The confinement series in Singapore have something called a bangkung, and it's a wrap. It looks like this. It's basically just a thin piece of material, and there's a lot of it. So what this does, I'll put pictures below so you can see. It looks complicated. It's actually very, very, very easy once you get the hang of it. I did it a couple times by myself. I actually, to begin with, I had a lady come over to my house who was a professional who did it. And basically what it does is, helps you suck everything right back in. Everything gets stretched out. Your cervix has become enormous. Your uterus, everything's just made all this space for this baby. And you really need to give it a helping hand to go back into place. And ladies, it can go back into place. Don't let anyone tell you that it can't. It can. This wrap, honestly, they were telling me, they're like, look, it's not just for postpartum women. Guys can wear this. Women who just want to have better posture, have more of an hourglass shape, or a flatter stomach can use this. And it was, I think, suggested 12 hours a day. But in the more hardcore states or countries, like Singapore and stuff, where they really want to get back in shape, and image is such a big thing there. They suggested wear it 24 hours a day, have 2 of them, rotate them. You wear it on top of clothes so you don't get sweaty. But wear it as often as you possibly can. It took me a couple days to get used to it, because obviously, it's a bit uncomfortable. But for me, it was more uncomfortable just kind of hanging out, if you know what I mean. This helped me. My back, I had a back labor with Charlie. She didn't tuck her chin properly, so all the pressure, all the pain was on my spine, hurt like a MF. And then I ended up getting an epidural, although I tried so hard, to have a natural birth. Ladies, get the epidural. It is the best thing in the world. I've never regretted getting it, but my back did hurt afterwards. So this really helped just to get me sitting up straight again. Not to mention what it did for my stomach. I'll show you before and after pictures. Every time I took it off, I could tell a difference. So this is your Bangkok. You could buy this on Amazon or anywhere you want. And I alternated using this with just a normal waist trainer. I had my friend go just to the mall in where Charlie was born and buy me a waist trainer, and literally it's probably the best one I've ever had. She just picked it off the shelf. And I wore it all the time. But look, you kind of want to do that because, yeah, everything's kind of just hanging out and you want to just be able to push back in. Another thing that was super helpful, moms always complain about a ton of hair loss after having a baby. So my best thing that really helped me, my hair was thicker. I'm pretty blonde, so obviously I don't have mountains of hair. My hair is super fine. There's a lot of it, but it's super fine. But I really did not lose any hair after Charlie was born. And I kind of give thanks to the fact that I was able to get my placenta encapsulated. So it was basically, I think they freeze dry it, and then they grind it, and they put it into little capsules. You swallow it, there was no bad taste, there was no bad anything. But for postpartum depression and for your hair, for your skin, a lot of moms who've said they've had acne their whole lives or acne after the baby, taking that just completely cleared up. It's the best skin I ever had in my life, best hair I ever had in my life. Also, before I would go into the steam, I would put oil in my hair, the whole thing. Honestly, you end up, I wash my hair every 2 days or every 3 days. But when I was doing these practices, I had to wash my hair every day because I was in the steam. You're sweating, you're sweating a lot. So obviously you have to wash your hair every day. So I would put in, my favorite oils are from India. They don't smell super good. They're not oh yeah, I'm going to go to bed next to my husband with this disgusting oil. But it works so well because of, all the different kind of stronger oils that they mix together. You can find those at any little India store or on Amazon. I'll put my favorite one below. My friend's going to India in a couple days, so she's going to bring me back tons more. But I would just massage that into my scalp all the way to the end, brush it, and then braid it and go into the steam. And for some reason, it just absorbed all the oil, and my hair was super healthy that whole time. It's been a long time, and I obviously need to do it again. Um, so that's just like a condensed version of basically what I did. If you have any questions, tell me. I'll make more videos on this subject. Obviously, confinement is such a big topic. It's not in the Western world like at all. But it's amazing, and it's really something. If you're interested, Google it and just see all the different things, because it's really cool. It's life-changing, and I am so pro confinement after your postpartum. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and comment, like, and I'll see you later.